Earth's mockery. In the far reaches of the galaxy, the Galactic Council held their meeting in a grand, high-tech chamber. Alien races from across the universe gathered here, their advanced technology glowing and humming. They were known for their power, knowledge, and sometimes their arrogance. Among the council members were the sleek and elegant Ilaris, the giant and fierce Grothar, and the wise but aloof Zalorians. As they convened, their discussions were filled with laughter and scorn directed at a particular planet, Earth. "Look at them," scoffed an Ilaris ambassador, his voice smooth like silk. "They still use primitive tools and their technology is centuries behind ours." The Grothar representative, a towering figure with a booming voice, grunted in agreement. "Their cities are small and their ships are laughable. How can such a primitive race be of any concern to us?" The Zalorians, known for their deep, thoughtful eyes, merely nodded. Their leader, Zaloran, spoke with a hint of disdain. "Earth's people are still fighting among themselves. Their petty conflicts and limited resources make them insignificant. Why waste time worrying about them?" In a corner of the room, a holographic display showed Earth's recent technological advancements. The display included images of humans building new machines and exploring space. The council members glanced at it with disinterest, their minds made up, but one voice broke through the general mockery. A young council member, Zira, raised her hand hesitantly. "I've been studying Earth's recent developments. Their technology may seem basic, but there is a pattern of rapid progress. Shouldn't we at least keep an eye on them?" The room fell silent for a moment. The other council members exchanged amused looks. Zira's concern was quickly dismissed with a wave of a hand. "Your concern is noted," Zaloran said dryly, "but we have more pressing matters. There is a new threat approaching us, one that demands our immediate attention." As the meeting continued, the council's focus shifted to the looming threat. A powerful alien fleet, the Tarkin Empire, had been spotted moving closer to their territories. The Tarkin ships were massive, heavily armed, and their reputation for aggression was well known. The Council's attention was entirely on this new danger. They discussed strategies, alliances, and defenses. Earth was forgotten, relegated to the status of a minor curiosity. Meanwhile, on Earth, scientists and engineers worked diligently, unaware of the interstellar debate about their capabilities. Humanity was focused on their own goals, exploring space, developing new technologies, and surviving everyday challenges. At a high-security lab, Dr. Emily Carter, a leading scientist, was reviewing data from a recent experiment. Her team had just completed testing a new propulsion system designed to enhance space travel. Little did they know, their work was about to play a crucial role in an unforeseen galactic conflict. Back at the Galactic Council, Zira couldn't shake the feeling that dismissing Earth might be a mistake. She had seen enough of Earth's progress to know that the humans were capable of surprising feats. But her concerns were once again overshadowed by the immediate threat of the Tarkin Empire. As the days passed, the Tarkin fleet grew closer, and the Galactic Council's focus became more intense. They prepared their defenses and sought allies among other races. The council members continued to mock Earth's technology, believing it would never stand up to the might of the Tarkin Empire. But Zira had a growing sense of unease. She had noticed that Earth's recent advancements were not just random progress, but part of a larger, more strategic development. Despite the council's derision, she kept a close watch on Earth's activities, hoping that her instincts about the humans would prove to be right. In the Galactic Council's grand chamber, as plans were made and strategies were debated, Earth remained a distant afterthought. The Council's laughter echoed through the room, a reminder of their arrogance and their belief that no primitive world could offer any real challenge. But the universe has a way of surprising even the most confident beings. Unbeknownst to the Council, Earth was about to reveal a secret that would change everything. The Quantum Fleet, a hidden marvel of human ingenuity, was ready to make its debut. The humans had been working in silence, and their time to shine was fast approaching. For now, the Galactic Council remained unaware, their mockery and disdain still fresh in their minds. As the threat from the Tarkin Empire loomed closer, the stage was set for an unexpected turn of events. Earth, once seen as insignificant, was about to become a key player in the galaxy's grand game. A new danger. The Galactic Council's meeting room was filled with tension. The large, circular table where the council members sat was lit by flickering holographic screens showing the advancing Tarkin fleet. The room, usually abuzz with discussions and debates, was now marked by a deep, uneasy silence. Zellerin, the Zalorian leader, stood up from his chair and looked at the display. His deep, thoughtful eyes were fixed on the approaching ships. The Tarkin Empire's fleet is moving quickly. They are a formidable force, and they do not make idle threats. The Grothar representative, with his massive frame and stern expression, clenched his fists. Their ships are enormous and heavily armed. If we don't act quickly, our planets will be in grave danger. The Alaris ambassador, with his smooth and elegant demeanor, tried to stay calm. We must form alliances and prepare our defenses, but we also need to be cautious. The Tarkin Empire is known for its ruthless tactics. As the council members discussed their options, a hologram appeared on the central display. It showed a detailed image of the Tarkin fleet, dark, menacing ships with rows of weapons and an aggressive, imposing design. "Look at the sheer size of those ships," said the Grothar, his voice echoing with concern. "We need to mobilize all our resources. Every ship and every soldier must be ready." Despite the urgency, Zellerin could not ignore the nagging thought that something was off. He had heard rumors of a hidden power within the galaxy, but he had dismissed them as mere speculation. Now, with the Tarkin fleet approaching, those rumors seemed more relevant. In a corner of the room, Zira watched the council's deliberations with growing anxiety. Her concerns about Earth, though previously ignored, now seemed more important. She had been tracking human progress and knew that Earth was not as insignificant as the council believed. But convincing them now was proving to be difficult. Zira stood up and approached the central table. "I know this is not the time for distractions, but I must bring up Earth again. They have been making rapid advancements in technology. They might have something that could help us." The council members turned to look at Zira, their expressions ranging from curiosity to irritation. "Are we really going to waste time on Earth?" Zellerin asked, his tone dismissive. "We have a more pressing issue at hand." Zira took a deep breath. "Please, just consider it. Earth has been developing a new kind of space fleet, and their technology could be more advanced than we realize. It's worth investigating." Zellerin sighed and waved a hand. "Fine. If it makes you feel better, we'll send a scout team to Earth. But let's focus on the immediate threat first." With a reluctant nod, the council agreed to send a small team to assess Earth's situation. Meanwhile, the focus remained on preparing for the Tarkin Empire's arrival. The council's resources were mobilized, and defensive strategies were put into place. Back on Earth, Dr. Emily Carter and her team were deep in their work. The recent tests on their new propulsion system had been successful, but they were unaware of the galactic events unfolding. They were focused on perfecting their technology and preparing for their next big experiment. In a secure lab, Dr. Carter reviewed the data from their latest tests. "Our propulsion system is almost ready. If this works, it could revolutionize space travel," she said, her voice filled with excitement. Her assistant, Mark, looked up from his terminal. "I've been reading about recent developments in space technology. There's a lot of buzz about new advancements, but I haven't seen anything like what we're working on." Little did they know, their work was about to gain the attention of the Galactic Council. The scout team sent by the Council had arrived on Earth, observing from a distance. They were impressed by the level of sophistication in human technology, but they were still cautious. One of the scout team members, a skilled observer named Kira, reported back to the Council. "The humans are working on advanced technology. Their propulsion system is impressive and they have made significant progress. But we need to be sure of their potential." The Council listened to Kira's report with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. "If Earth has something valuable, it might be worth considering," Zellerin said thoughtfully. "But we must keep our focus on the Tarkin threat." As the Tarkin fleet approached, the Galactic Council's preparations continued. Earth remained a secondary concern, but Zira's warnings were beginning to resonate. The scout team's findings were noted, and a small amount of attention was given to Earth's advancements. Back on Earth, Dr. Carter's team continued their work, unaware of the galactic interest in their technology. The scientists were driven by their passion for discovery and innovation, not knowing how close they were to playing a crucial role in a cosmic conflict. The Tarkin fleet drew nearer, and the Galactic Council's focus was on their defense. But the stage was being set for a surprising twist. Earth's technology, once mocked and dismissed, was about to reveal its true power. As the Tarkin Empire prepared to make its move, the Quantum Fleet's hidden strength would soon come to light. The Galactic Council's decision to overlook Earth might prove to be a critical mistake, and humanity's unexpected role in the galaxy's fate was about to unfold. Earth's secret weapon, in the grand chamber of the Galactic Council, tension was high. The massive Tarkin fleet loomed closer, and the Council's preparations for defense were intense. Every alien race was working together, but doubts remained. The threat of the Tarkin Empire was real and growing. Meanwhile, on Earth, Dr. Emily Carter and her team were finishing their latest project. They had been working on a secretive new propulsion system, one that could revolutionize space travel. Unknown to most, this technology was part of something much bigger, a hidden asset known as the Quantum Fleet. In a top-secret facility deep beneath the surface of the Earth, the Quantum Fleet was taking shape. Massive spaceships, unlike anything seen before, were being assembled. These ships were sleek, powerful, and equipped with technology far beyond current human capabilities. The Quantum Fleet was humanity's best-kept secret. Dr. Carter's team was just about to complete a crucial test. Emily walked through the lab, her eyes shining with excitement. "This is it," she said to her team. "The Quantum Fleet is almost ready for its first real test. If this works, it will change everything." Her assistant, Mark, looked at the control panel. "We're about to push the final button. Are you ready?" Emily nodded. "Let's do it." With a press of a button, the lab was filled with the hum of advanced machinery. The Quantum Fleet's ships, which had been dormant, began to come to life. Lights flickered, engines roared, and the ships hovered above their docking bays. It was a sight to behold. Unbeknownst to Emily and her team, a small group from the Galactic Council had been sent to Earth to investigate the reports of advanced technology. The scout team, led by Kira, observed from a hidden vantage point, their eyes wide with amazement. Kira took detailed notes, her heart racing as she saw the Quantum Fleet in action. "This is incredible," she said to her team. "The humans have developed technology that surpasses anything we've seen. We need to report this immediately." The scout team sent their findings back to the Galactic Council. The message was clear. Earth had something extraordinary, and it was not to be underestimated. In the council chamber, Zellerin reviewed the report with growing interest. "The Quantum Fleet is unlike anything we've encountered. The humans have managed to develop a fleet with technology far beyond our current capabilities." The Grothar representative, still skeptical, raised an eyebrow. "Can we trust this information?" "The threat from the Tarkin fleet is imminent." Zellerin nodded. "We must consider the possibility that Earth's technology could be a game-changer. We cannot ignore this." The Council decided to investigate further. They sent a diplomatic envoy to Earth to discuss their technology and offer an alliance. The envoy included Zira, who had long believed in Earth's potential and was eager to prove her point. As the envoy's ship approached Earth, the Quantum Fleet's ships continued their testing. Carter and her team worked tirelessly, refining the technology and preparing for any potential threat. The diplomatic envoy arrived at the Earth facility, greeted by a mix of curiosity and caution. Emily and her team met with Zira and the other envoys in a high-security conference room. Zira began, "We have come to discuss the remarkable technology you have developed. The Galactic Council has been monitoring your progress, and we believe there is a potential for collaboration." Emily was taken aback. "The Galactic Council? I didn't realize our work was of such interest." Zira smiled. "Your technology has caught our attention. The Quantum Fleet is unlike anything we've seen. We would like to understand it better and explore how it might help in the current crisis." Emily nodded slowly. "We're glad to share our work. The Quantum Fleet is designed to be fast, powerful, and capable of handling advanced threats. We believe it could be a crucial asset." The discussion continued for hours, with Emily and her team explaining the intricacies of the Quantum Fleet. The envoys listened intently, their respect for human ingenuity growing with each detail. Back at the Galactic Council, the news of the successful meeting spread quickly. The council members realized that Earth's technology could indeed play a significant role in the upcoming battle against the Tarkin Empire. Zellerin addressed the council. The humans have shown us their strength. Their quantum fleet is a powerful weapon, and we must consider how to integrate their technology into our defense plans. The council agreed to form a new alliance with Earth. They recognized that despite their initial mockery, humans had developed a technological marvel that could turn the tide in the looming conflict. As the days passed, Earth's quantum fleet was integrated into the Galactic Council's defense strategy. The collaboration between humans and aliens became a symbol of unity in the face of a common threat. Dr. Carter and her team continued to work closely with the Galactic Council, refining their technology and preparing for the battle ahead. The quantum fleet was now not just a secret weapon, but a crucial part of the galaxy's defense against the Tarkin Empire. The stage was set for a dramatic confrontation. Earth's technology, once dismissed as primitive, was now a key player in the galactic struggle. As the Tarkin fleet drew nearer, the combined strength of the Galactic Council and Earth's quantum fleet prepared for the battle that would determine the fate of the galaxy. Planning for battle. The Galactic Council's war room buzzed with activity. The massive display screens showed the position of the Tarkin fleet, now only days away from their target. Alien representatives from across the galaxy gathered, their faces serious as they prepared for the impending battle. Zellerin, the Zalorian leader, paced back and forth. The Tarkin fleet is formidable. We need a solid plan to defend our territories and repel their attack. The Grothar representative, with his imposing figure and rough demeanor, slammed a massive fist on the table. We must use every resource we have. Our ships, our soldiers. Everything needs to be in place. The Alaris ambassador, elegant and composed, added, "We should also consider integrating the new technology we've acquired from Earth. Their quantum fleet could be crucial to our strategy." Zira, who had been a strong advocate for Earth's potential, stepped forward. "I agree. The quantum fleet has advanced technology that could give us the edge we need. I suggest we work closely with the humans to make the most of it." The council nodded in agreement. The next steps were clear. Develop a comprehensive battle plan that combined their existing resources with Earth's new technology. Meanwhile, on Earth, Dr. Emily Carter and her team were hard at work preparing the quantum fleet for its first real test in battle. The scientists and engineers were focused on fine-tuning their technology and ensuring that the fleet was ready for the challenge ahead. Emily gathered her team in the main control room. "We've been given a chance to prove ourselves. The Galactic Council needs our help, and we need to make sure the quantum fleet is ready for the fight." Mark, her assistant, looked at the various readouts on the screens. "We've made significant progress. The fleet is in top condition, but we need to integrate our technology with the Council's systems to ensure everything works together smoothly." Emily nodded. "Yes, we'll need to work with their engineers to synchronize our systems. It's crucial that we have a unified strategy." Back at the Galactic Council's war room, the planning sessions were intense. Various alien species contributed their ideas and resources. The Council's military strategists, combined with Earth's top scientists, began to draft a detailed battle plan. The plan was straightforward but ambitious. The goal was to use the quantum fleet as the main offensive force, while the Council's ships would handle defensive positions and support roles. Earth's technology would be integrated into the Council's existing systems, creating a powerful and coordinated defense. Zira took on the role of liaison between the humans and the Council. She facilitated communication and ensured that both sides understood each other's capabilities and limitations. Her efforts were crucial in creating a cohesive strategy. As the days went by, the battle plan began to take shape. The Council's war room was filled with models and simulations of the upcoming battle. Various scenarios were tested, and adjustments were made to the plan based on these simulations. One evening, as the preparations continued, Zellerin addressed the assembled representatives. "We are about to face one of the greatest challenges we've ever encountered. The Tarkin Empire is a powerful enemy, but with our combined forces, we have a chance to prevail." The Grothar representative nodded. "We must be prepared for any situation. Our defenses need to be strong, and our offensive strategy must be flawless. The Alaris ambassador added, "The quantum fleet will play a critical role in this battle. Their technology is advanced, but we must ensure that it is fully integrated into our strategy. We cannot afford any mistakes." As the final preparations were made, Dr. Carter and her team worked around the clock. They coordinated with the Council's engineers, running tests and simulations to ensure that the quantum fleet was ready for the battle. Every detail was checked and rechecked. Emily felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. "We've come a long way, but the real test is just around the corner. Let's make sure we're fully prepared." Mark nodded. "We've done everything we can. The quantum fleet is ready. Now it's up to us to execute the plan." As the battle approached, the Galactic Council's war room was filled with a sense of anticipation. The combined forces of the Council and Earth were ready to face the Tarkin Empire. The final battle plan was in place, and every ship and soldier knew their role. The Galactic Council and Earth's teams had worked hard to prepare for this moment. The quantum fleet was set to join the battle, bringing new technology and strategies to the fight. The Council's forces were ready to defend their territories and support their new allies. In the final hours before the battle, there was a quiet sense of determination among the allies. They knew that the upcoming confrontation would be tough, but they were confident in their plan and their combined strength. As the Tarkin fleet neared, the Galactic Council and Earth's forces stood ready. The battle was about to begin, and the outcome would determine the future of the galaxy. With their strategies set and their forces prepared, the Allies braced themselves for the fight ahead. First clash, the day of the battle had arrived. The sky over the Galactic Council's main defense station was filled with the ominous sight of the Tarkin fleet, dark and menacing against the stars. The tension was palpable as the Allied forces, including Earth's quantum fleet, prepared for the first clash with the enemy. In the command center of the Galactic Council, Zellerin stood at the main control panel, his eyes scanning the holographic display of the battlefield. "The Tarkin fleet is closing in. All units, prepare for immediate engagement." The room buzzed with activity as alien ships and their crews readied themselves. Each species had its own role in the battle plan, and they were eager to prove their worth. Dr. Emily Carter and her team were in a separate command center, monitoring the quantum fleet. The massive ships were lined up and ready, their engines humming with power. Emily looked at her team with a determined expression. "This is our moment. Let's show them what the quantum fleet can do." Mark, her assistant, adjusted the controls. "We're synced with the Council's systems. Everything is in place." The battle began as the Tarkin fleet entered the outer perimeter of the Allied defenses. The Tarkin ships with their dark angular designs were formidable and imposing. They began to fire their weapons, creating a barrage of energy blasts and missiles. The Galactic Council's ships responded quickly. Their defense systems activated, and energy shields flared to life. Alien ships returned fire, their weapons streaking through space and hitting the Tarkin vessels. The quantum fleet, poised and ready, moved into position. The sleek, advanced ships of Earth's fleet fired their powerful weapons, cutting through the Tarkin ships with precision. The new technology proved its worth as the Tarkin vessels were struck by concentrated beams of energy. Zira, coordinating from the Council's command center, watched the battle unfold. She saw the impressive performance of the quantum fleet and felt a surge of hope. The humans are holding their own. Their technology is making a real difference. As the battle raged, the Tarkin Empire's tactics became clear. They used their superior numbers to overwhelm their opponents, launching wave after wave of attacks. The Allied forces struggled to keep up, and the first clash became a chaotic, high-stakes struggle. Emily and her team watched the battle on their screens, seeing the intensity of the fight. "We need to focus on their command ships," Emily said. "If we can take out their leadership, we can disrupt their coordination." The quantum fleet's ships maneuvered into formation, targeting the Tarkin command ships. The advanced weaponry of the quantum fleet fired in precision strikes, hitting the enemy's control vessels. The Tarkin ships began to falter, their coordination disrupted. In the heat of the battle, the Grothar representative roared orders to his fleet. "Push them back, use all available resources. We can't let them break through our defenses." The Alaris ambassador, with a calm demeanor, directed the support ships. We must maintain our formations and protect the weaker points in our defenses. The Quantum Fleet's performance is excellent, but we need to work together. Despite their efforts, the battle was far from over. The Tarkin Empire's relentless attacks continued, and the Allied forces were pushed to their limits. The Galactic Council's ships and the Quantum Fleet fought valiantly, but the sheer scale of the Tarkin fleet was overwhelming. Dr. Carter and her team made quick adjustments to their strategy. We need to adapt to their tactics. Let's reconfigure our targeting systems and enhance our energy output. The Quantum Fleet adjusted its approach, focusing on high-impact targets and using advanced maneuvers to evade enemy fire. The new strategy paid off as more Tarkin ships were damaged or destroyed. In the Council's command center, Zaloran reviewed the data and gave orders for a strategic shift. We're making progress, but we need to reinforce our flanks, increase support to the areas under heavy attack. As the battle continued, the Allied forces began to turn the tide. The combined strength of the Galactic Council's ships and Earth's Quantum Fleet started to push back the Tarkin Empire. The Tarkin ships, once aggressive and overwhelming, began to show signs of retreat. The battle was fierce and grueling, with both sides suffering losses. The space around the combat zone was littered with debris and the wreckage of destroyed ships. Yet, the Allied forces remained determined, their resolve strengthened by the effectiveness of the Quantum Fleet's technology. As the first clash drew to a close, the Tarkin fleet began to pull back. The immediate threat had been repelled, but the battle had been costly. The Allied forces had proven their strength and shown that they could stand up to the Tarkin Empire, but the conflict was far from over. The Galactic Council and Earth's teams regrouped, assessing their losses and preparing for the next phase of the battle. The initial success had given them hope, but they knew that the Tarkin Empire would not give up easily. In the command center, Zaloran addressed the assembled representatives. We have achieved a significant victory today, but the Tarkin Empire will return. We must use this time to strengthen our defenses and prepare for the next encounter. Dr. Carter and her team felt a mixture of relief and anticipation. We've made a difference, Emily said, but we need to stay focused and ready for what's next. As the Allies prepared for the ongoing struggle, the first clash had set the stage for a larger conflict. The Quantum Fleet's technology had proven to be a vital asset, and the Galactic Council's forces were united in their determination to defend their galaxy against the Tarkin threat. Trouble and conflict. The victory from the first clash had given the Galactic Council and Earth's Quantum Fleet a glimmer of hope, but the reality of war was harsh. Despite their success, the ongoing conflict with the Tarkin Empire continued to bring new challenges. The Galactic Council's war room was busy as the day after the first clash began. The holographic displays showed the aftermath of the battle, damaged ships, scattered debris, and areas that needed immediate repair. The council members, though relieved, were deeply concerned about the next steps. Zaloran, the Zalorian leader, reviewed the latest reports with a troubled expression. We've pushed the Tarkin fleet back, but our losses were significant. We need to address the damage and ensure our forces are prepared for their next assault. The Grothar representative, visibly agitated, paced the room. Our defenses are strained. We need reinforcements and repairs. If the Tarkins attack again with the same intensity, we might not hold. The Alaris ambassador, with a calm but worried demeanor, added, We should also consider how to deal with their tactics. They're adapting quickly. We need to stay one step ahead. In the midst of this, Dr. Emily Carter and her team were still working hard to support the Galactic Council. The Quantum Fleet had proven itself in battle, but there were concerns about its long-term effectiveness and the integration with the Council's systems. Emily gathered her team in their command center. We've had some success, but we need to address any issues with the Quantum Fleet. Let's make sure everything is functioning at its best. Mark, her assistant, nodded. We're still coordinating with the Council's engineers. Some of our systems are experiencing interference with their technology. We need to resolve this quickly. As they worked on their systems, Zira arrived with urgent news. The Tarkin Empire is not just attacking with their main fleet. They're using smaller, stealthier ships to probe our defenses and create chaos. Emily's face tightened with concern. That explains the recent disruptions. We need to enhance our detection systems and coordinate closely with the Council's forces. The Galactic Council's war room continued to be a hive of activity. The various species were focused on repairs, reinforcements, and strategizing for the next engagement. The Tarkin Empire's tactics had introduced a new level of unpredictability to the conflict. In a secure meeting room, Zellerin and the Council members discussed the latest intelligence reports. The Tarkins are employing guerrilla tactics. They're hitting our weakest points and causing significant disruption, Zellerin said. The Grothar representative slammed his fist on the table. We need to counter these tactics. We can't afford to be caught off guard again. The Alaris ambassador, ever the strategist, suggested we should implement a layered defense system. Using both advanced technology and traditional methods might help us cover more ground and reduce vulnerabilities. The Council agreed to this approach and quickly set about implementing the new strategy. The focus was on improving detection, reinforcing weak points, and enhancing communication between the different forces. On Earth, Emily and her team worked closely with the Council's engineers to improve the quantum fleet's performance. They adjusted their technology to better integrate with the Council's systems and address the issues that had arisen during the recent battle. As they worked, Emily noticed something troubling. There are signs of internal sabotage. Some of our systems have been tampered with. We need to investigate immediately. Mark looked alarmed. Sabotage? That's serious. We should alert the Council and secure our facilities. The team took swift action to investigate the breach. They discovered that a small group of individuals, sympathetic to the Tarkin Empire, had been working to disrupt their efforts from within. The traitors were quickly apprehended, and the sabotage was contained. Zira, who had been working closely with the Council and Earth's team, expressed her concern. This is a serious breach. We must ensure that our alliance remains strong and that we address any internal threats. With the sabotage issue resolved, the focus returned to the battle preparations. The layered defense system was being implemented, and the quantum fleet was being adjusted to better meet the new challenges. As the Tarkin Empire prepared for their next move, the Allied forces braced for more trouble and conflict. The initial victory had been hard-won, but the ongoing struggle required constant vigilance and adaptation. In the Galactic Council's war room, Zellerin addressed the representatives. We've faced significant challenges, but we must remain united and resilient. The Tarkin Empire will continue to test us. We must be ready for whatever comes next. The Grothar representative and the Alaris ambassador nodded in agreement. The battle was far from over, and the Allies knew that their strength and coordination would be key to overcoming the Tarkin threat. Dr. Carter and her team continued their work, ensuring that the quantum fleet was prepared for the next phase of the battle. The ongoing conflict tested their resolve, but they remained committed to their mission. As the day drew to a close, the Galactic Council and Earth's forces stood ready to face the next challenge. The trouble and conflict of war had only just begun, and the Allies knew that they needed to stay strong and united in the face of an uncertain future. The big breakthrough. The conflict with the Tarkin Empire continued to strain the Galactic Council and Earth's quantum fleet. Each battle brought new challenges, and progress seemed slow. The Allies were weary, but they remained determined to find a way to turn the tide in their favor. In the Galactic Council's war room, Zellerin and the other representatives reviewed the latest reports. The ongoing skirmishes had caused significant damage, and the Tarkin Empire's tactics were evolving. The mood was tense as they searched for a breakthrough that could shift the balance of power. Zellerin addressed the room with a sense of urgency. We need a new strategy. Our current approach isn't enough to counter the Tarkin's adaptive tactics. We must find a way to gain a decisive advantage. Zira, who had been working closely with Dr. Emily Carter and her team, suggested, "The quantum fleet has advanced technology. Perhaps there's a way to use it to our advantage in a more innovative manner. We should explore all possibilities." Emily, who had been reviewing data from the quantum fleet, nodded in agreement. "We've been focused on refining our technology, but maybe we're missing something. Let's investigate how we can leverage our advancements more effectively." The team at the Quantum Fleet's command center was working around the clock. The constant pressure of the ongoing conflict had made their tasks even more urgent. Dr. Carter and her team began analyzing every aspect of their technology to find a potential breakthrough. One evening, as the team worked late into the night, Mark noticed an anomaly in the data. "Emily, you need to see this. There's a pattern here that doesn't make sense." Emily looked at the screen and saw what Mark had discovered. "This pattern could be a key. If we can understand it, we might unlock a new capability of the quantum fleet." The team quickly set to work analyzing the anomaly. They realized that the pattern was related to a previously unnoticed feature of their technology, one that had the potential to create a new form of energy shield. Excited by the discovery, Emily contacted Zira and the Galactic Council. "We've found something significant. Our technology might be able to produce a new type of energy shield that could enhance our defenses and give us a real edge." Zira, impressed by the news, brought it to the council. "Dr. Carter's team has made a breakthrough. They've discovered a way to create a new energy shield using their technology. This could be the game changer we need." The council's representatives gathered to discuss the implications. The Alaris ambassador spoke up. "If this new shield can provide better protection and resist the Tarkin's weapons, it could give us the advantage we need in the upcoming battles." Zellerin agreed. "We should test this new technology immediately. If it works as expected, it could be a critical asset in our defense strategy." The Quantum Fleet's engineers worked quickly to implement the new shield technology. The process was intense, but the team was motivated by the potential impact of their discovery. As the new shields were integrated into the Quantum Fleet's ships, Dr. Carter and her team conducted rigorous tests. They simulated various attack scenarios to ensure that the shields could withstand the Tarkin's most powerful weapons. After several tests, the results were promising. The new shields proved to be highly effective, providing enhanced protection and reducing the damage from enemy attacks. The Quantum Fleet's ships were now better equipped to handle the Tarkin Empire's onslaught. The Galactic Council was thrilled with the breakthrough. Zellerin called an emergency meeting to discuss the next steps. "The new energy shields are a significant advancement. We must incorporate them into our battle plan and deploy them as soon as possible." The Council's representatives and Earth's team worked together to update their strategies. The new shields would be used to fortify their defenses and protect their key assets. The goal was to create a stronger, more resilient front against the Tarkin Empire. As the next battle approached, the Allies were ready to put their new technology to the test. The Quantum Fleet's ships, now equipped with the advanced shields, joined the Galactic Council's forces in a renewed effort to push back the Tarkin fleet. The battle began with intense fighting. The Tarkin Empire, caught off guard by the sudden improvement in the Allies' defenses, faced a more formidable opposition. The new energy shields held up well against the Tarkin's attacks, allowing the Allied ships to sustain their positions and counterattack effectively. Dr. Carter and her team monitored the battle closely. "The shields are working. Our ships are holding up better, and we're starting to see results." Emily's confidence grew as the battle continued. The new shields were making a noticeable difference, and the Tarkin fleet began to falter under the combined pressure of the Galactic Council and Earth's forces. The breakthrough had come at a crucial time, and it was proving to be a turning point in the conflict. The Allies' renewed strength and resilience gave them a fighting chance, and the tide of battle began to shift in their favor. As the battle raged on, the Galactic Council and Earth's forces pressed their advantage. The new energy shields provided the protection they needed to launch more effective offensives and gain ground against the Tarkin Empire. The big breakthrough had arrived, and it was having a profound impact on the conflict. The Allies were determined to capitalize on their newfound strength and continue their fight against the Tarkin threat. After the fight, the battle had been intense, but the Allies' new energy shields had proven their worth. As the Tarkin fleet retreated, the Galactic Council and Earth's forces were left to assess the aftermath of the fight. The space around the battlefield was now littered with debris and the remnants of damaged ships. In the Galactic Council's command center, Zellerin and the other representatives gathered to review the results of the recent battle. The mood was a mix of relief and exhaustion. The new shields had made a significant difference, but the cost of the battle had been high. Zellerin looked at the damage reports with a heavy heart. "We've won this fight, but our losses were considerable. Many ships were damaged, and we must focus on repairs and recovery. The Grothar representative, though tired, nodded in agreement. Our forces fought bravely. We need to honor their sacrifice by ensuring we are fully prepared for the next challenge. We also need to address the damage to our infrastructure. The Alaris ambassador, always the diplomat, added, "We must also assess the impact of our new technology. The energy shields performed well, but we need to ensure they are reliable and can be maintained in the long term." Meanwhile, Dr. Emily Carter and her team were working hard to stabilize and repair the quantum fleet. The battle had been a proving ground for their new technology, but now the focus was on making sure their ships were ready for future engagements. Emily and Mark were in the quantum fleet's command center, going over the damage reports. "We've made progress, but there's still a lot of work to do. We need to ensure our ships are in top condition for the next battle." Mark looked up from his console. "The energy shields held up well, but we should check for any potential weaknesses. It's important that we address any issues now, rather than during the next fight." Dr. Carter agreed. "Absolutely. Let's conduct a thorough inspection and make any necessary adjustments. We've had a breakthrough, but we need to ensure our technology remains reliable." The Allied forces began the process of cleaning up and repairing their damaged ships. Teams of engineers and technicians worked tirelessly to fix the vessels and prepare them for future battles. The work was demanding, but there was a sense of determination and purpose among the crews. As the days went by, the Galactic Council held meetings to review the battle and discuss the next steps. The recent victory had boosted morale, but the representatives knew that the conflict with the Tarkin Empire was far from over. Zellerin addressed the council members. "We have achieved a significant victory, but we must remain vigilant. The Tarkin Empire will regroup and may launch another attack. Our focus now should be on rebuilding, reinforcing our defenses, and preparing for what comes next." The Grothar representative, though still weary, voiced his support. "Agreed. We've shown that we can withstand their attacks, but we need to continue working together. Our unity and strength will be crucial in the days ahead." The Alaris ambassador emphasized the importance of communication and coordination. "We should continue to share information and resources. Our success depends on our ability to work together effectively." As the Council's representatives worked on their plans, Zira was busy coordinating efforts between Earth's team and the Galactic Council. She facilitated communication and ensured that both sides were aligned in their objectives. Dr. Carter's team, having completed the initial repairs, began testing the quantum fleet's systems once more. Emily was optimistic about their progress. "We've managed to address most of the issues. The fleet is in good shape, and our new technology is functioning as expected." Emily and her team knew that there was still much work to be done, but they were encouraged by the results. The quantum fleet had proven its value, and they were determined to build on their success. In the aftermath of the battle, the Galactic Council and Earth's forces took the time to honor their fallen comrades and reflect on their achievements. The fight had been challenging, but their combined efforts had made a significant impact. As the repairs continued, the Allied forces prepared for the next phase of their campaign. They knew that the Tarkin Empire would not rest, and they needed to stay prepared for future battles. The Galactic Council and Earth's team worked side by side, strengthening their alliance and reinforcing their strategies. The recent victory had been a boost, but they understood that the struggle was ongoing. The space around the battlefield began to clear as the debris was collected and the damaged ships were repaired. The Allies' resolve remained strong as they looked ahead to the future. Zellerin concluded a council meeting with a note of determination. "We have shown that we can achieve great things when we work together. Let's continue to support each other and remain prepared for the challenges ahead." Dr. Carter and her team, having completed their initial work, felt a renewed sense of purpose. They were ready to face whatever came next and to continue their fight alongside their allies. The aftermath of the fight was a time for recovery and preparation. The Allies had proven their strength and resilience, but the road ahead was still uncertain. With their new technology and unified efforts, they faced the future with hope and determination. Looking ahead, the battle was over, and the immediate threat from the Tarkin Empire had been repelled. The Galactic Council and Earth's quantum fleet had secured a significant victory, But the conflict was far from finished. The aftermath of the fight revealed both the triumphs and the challenges that lay ahead. In the Galactic Council's war room, representatives gathered to assess the results of the recent battle. The mood was a mix of relief and determination. The new energy shields had proven effective, but the cost of the fight had been high. Zellerin, the Zalorian leader, addressed the room with a serious expression. "We've achieved a major victory, but we must remember that this is just one battle in a larger war. The Tarkin Empire will regroup and likely launch more attacks." The Grothar representative, though still bruised and battered, nodded in agreement. "We've made progress, but we need to prepare for the next phase. Our defenses were stretched thin during the battle. We must ensure that we're ready for any future assaults." The Alaris ambassador spoke calmly but firmly. "Our alliance with Earth has proven to be crucial. We need to continue working together and strengthen our coordination. Our combined strength will be key to facing the Tarkin threat." Dr. Emily Carter and her team were also reflecting on the recent battle. The quantum fleet had played a pivotal role, and the new energy shields had made a significant difference. But the victory had come at a cost, and there was much work to be done. Emily and her team met in their command center to discuss the next steps. "We've seen the impact of our new technology, but we need to address the damage and losses we've sustained. It's important to repair and reinforce our fleet." Mark, her assistant, agreed. "We also need to continue improving our technology. The Tarkin Empire will adapt, and we must stay ahead of their tactics." As the Allies worked on recovery and reinforcement, they also began planning for the future. The Galactic Council and Earth's team held a series of meetings to strategize their next moves. The focus was on ensuring long-term stability and preparing for potential future conflicts. Zira, who had been a key liaison between the Council and Earth, played a crucial role in these discussions. "We've learned a lot from this battle. We need to use these lessons to strengthen our defenses and improve our strategies." One of the key areas of focus was the integration of Earth's technology with the Council's systems. The recent breakthrough had demonstrated the value of their combined efforts, and there was a strong desire to build on this success. Emily worked closely with the Council's engineers to refine and expand their technology. "We've proven that our technology can make a difference. Let's use this opportunity to develop even more advanced systems and improve our overall capabilities." The Galactic Council also took steps to address the broader implications of the conflict. They initiated diplomatic efforts to strengthen alliances with other galactic species and sought to build a united front against the Tarkin Empire. Zellerin emphasized the importance of unity. "Our success depends on our ability to work together. We must ensure that all our allies are fully committed and prepared for the challenges ahead." The Grothar representative, though still wary, acknowledged the need for unity. "We've seen what we can achieve when we stand together. Let's continue to support each other and focus on building a strong defense." As the days passed, the Galactic Council and Earth's forces continued their preparations. The damage from the recent battle was being repaired, and new strategies were being developed. The quantum fleet's technology was being refined, and the alliance between Earth and the Council was growing stronger. The conflict with the Tarkin Empire had taken its toll, but it had also brought the Allies closer together. The shared experience of fighting a common enemy had forged strong bonds between the different species and their forces. Looking ahead, the Allies were determined to build on their successes and address the challenges that lay before them. The Tarkin Empire remained a formidable threat, but the recent victory had shown that the Galactic Council and Earth's quantum fleet were capable of making a significant impact.